Hello, this is Mr. Stein, and in this video we are going to go over the questions from the Mastery Items Week 11A. Question number 1. Determine the volume of a square-based pyramid that has a height of 4 meters and a side length of 5 meters. Alright, now this height, because it's just h, refers to the perpendicular height. So if I was to draw this pyramid out, which I'll just do a quick sketch on the side, it would look something like this. In a really poorly drawn diagram, we know that its perpendicular height, right there, is 4, and the length is 5. So it looks something like this. Now if you remember, to figure out the volume, we do the length times the width times the perpendicular height, and because it comes to a point, we divide it by 3. So in this case, the volume is equal to 5 times 5 times 4 divided by 3. 5 times 5 is 25, times 4 is 100, so we get 100 divided by 3, and this is in cubic meters. Now this is our exact value for our volume. If I want to decimal approximate it, I do it with my calculator, and I get 33.3 meters cubed. Right. Question number 2. Find the length of each size or size of angle marked X in each of these diagrams. All right, let's take a look at our two triangles. Our first triangle looks like this. Now, in this first triangle, we have two pieces of information. That's good. If we have 2 pieces of information, we can find out the rest of the triangle. Our second triangle right here only has 1 piece of known information, so we can't deal with that triangle until we've dealt with the pink one first. So let's take a look at the pink one. This is our angle of 68 degrees. We know this angle. We are trying to find our opposite side over here. That's this x1. And this is our adjacent side. So opposite and adjacent. So, ka, toa. Toa, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we're going to write out the formula. Tangent of an angle is equal to our opposite over our adjacent. So tangent of 68, which is just some number, is equal to our opposite side, which we don't know, over our adjacent of 7 centimeters. Now we multiply this side by 7 centimeters, so we multiply this side, not by 3, I was writing a 3. So we multiply this other side by 7 as well. These two guys will cancel out, and we'll be left with our opposite equals to 7 times tangent of 68. So I'm going to do that on my calculator right now. And I get 17.3. 17.3 centimeters. I keep the more precise number in my calculator, but I write this 17.3 here for x1. Now we know 2 pieces of information in our blue. So let's go to our blue. We know this angle right here. We're trying to figure out our opposite side here. And this is not the opposite anymore. This is now our hypotenuse of the blue triangle. 17.3 is now the hypotenuse in this blue triangle here. So opposite and hypotenuse, that is sine. So sine of an angle is equal to our opposite side over our hypotenuse side. So sine of 34 is equal to our opposite side, we don't know, and our hypotenuse is 17.3. Times this side by 17.3, so we times this side by 17.3 as well. These will cancel out, and our opposite side will just be 17.3 times sine of 34. Now I kept the more precise number in my calculator, so I just times it by sine of 34. I get 9.7. So this is equal to 9.7 centimeters. We found out x sub 1 and x sub 2. All right, question number 3. Multiply the following polynomials. The first one, we just have a constant times it by a binomial. So we multiply the constant into both terms in the binomial. And 0.5, negative 0.5 times 12 is equal to negative 6x. And then negative 0.5 times negative 4 is equal to positive 2. There's my answer. Second one, I have a monomial 1/3 x times 6x. And then I times it by the 21. Now, what's 1/3 times 6? We multiply the coefficients together. 1/3 times 6 is the same thing as saying, what is 1/3 of 6? 1/3 of 6 is equal to 2, and x times x is x squared. Then we do 1/3 times 21, or what's 1/3 of 21? That is 7, and our x variable times no variable is just as our x variable. All right, letter C, we have a binomial multiplied by a binomial. So we take our first term, this x, and we multiply it to every term in the second polynomial. So x times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. Now we take our second term, and we multiply it to every term in the second binomial. So 5 times x is plus 5x. 5 times 1 is plus 5. Now, we simplify our solution polynomial by combining like terms. We get x squared plus 6x plus 5. That is our final answer. That's a trinomial of degree 2. It's degree 2 because the highest value of an exponent in our variable is squared. All right, let's take a look at letter D. Same thing. Binomial times a binomial. So we start with our 2x and we multiply it out to every term. So 2x times 3x is 6x squared. Then 2x times minus 1 is minus 2x. Then we take our minus 1 and we multiply it by 3. Then we take our minus 1 and we multiply it to the minus 1. Minus 1 times 3x is minus 3x. Then minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1. Now, as our last step, we simplify our polynomial answer by combining like terms. 6x squared minus 5x plus 1. We get our trinomial answer of degree 2. All right, I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below or contact me directly, and thank you for watching.